Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Errbody Wanna Talk. I am your gracious host, Nise. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to God Almighty. All praises due to Allah. God is the greatest. Now, this evening, I was supposed to have my girl dad edition of Errbody Wanna Talk, but unfortunately, my beautiful baby girl's schedule didn't align with mine and it was bedtime. But we're gonna get off into parenthood, motherhood side and fatherhood side, but we're gonna talk about being a parent. Now, first and foremost, I wanna say that I love being a parent. Being a parent is a beautiful thing. I love the fact that I have the responsibility of being responsible for people that can't take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, children are not asked to be born or brought here. So it's up to us as the parents to take the best care that we can of them and steer them in the right direction. Now, I try to tell my children that they are vital to how the house runs and the family operates. We are supposed to give our children chores and responsibilities that they check off on their list every day. You're helping the family and the house run in order. By you doing your chores and the things you're supposed to do, it takes a load and slack off the mother and the father. Now, if you are a product of a one-parent home, you know that's very unfortunate, and I'm sorry to hear that. Um, when a woman gets pregnant and it takes 9 months for her to deliver the child unless she has complications. And within those 9 months, the two parties involved, meaning the parents, they growing in different directions, just like we all do in relationships and life and love, period. But the mother has one thing on her mind and the father has another. And most times in our community, the black community, the mother and father don't even be together when the baby is born. So now it's like most children grow up one-sided. I do not agree with single mother households. I don't agree with that at all, but it happens. I don't agree with single father households, but it happens. I wish that everybody could just love on each other and stay together, but this is life and this is how it happens. Now, my daughter, she's 7 years old. In 10 years, she'll be 17. Now, none of us know what the future holds. I don't know what my child's going to be. I don't know what she's going to be doing or thinking about 10 years from now. But as her father, it's my job to get her together in them 10 years on the way to being 17. But the biggest job is me to get her prepared for all the years after that. You get what I'm saying? My son, he would be 16 years old this Sunday. Now, my son, he's very off to himself, very creative, and he's a good kid all the way around. And all I try to teach my son is to be the man, be a man. Don't try to be like me. Don't try to be like no other man. Just be a man and be your own man. And so far, he's been doing that. Great young man. One of the best drawers we got out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very proud of him of that. Now, when it comes to school, he does good in school too, but you always got room to grow. I always tell him, keep your head held high. Never be afraid to ask questions or ask for help. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Today, I feel like school is some bullshit because they don't teach these children what they need to be taught, and they not teaching in a way that these children can really understand. Also, I don't feel like teachers get paid enough to be motivated to want to come to school and teach your children. These teachers today have to take so much shit off of your kids, and it starts at home. We supposed to be training them up at home to respect that lady or that man because they are the authority figure until you get out of school and come back home with me or your mother. But oftentimes, we got kids disrespecting teachers and all these high-ranking officials at their school, and parents take their child's side. That's not right. Back in my day, when a parent called home and said you did something, your mother or your father was on your ass, and they took the teacher's side because they know how their child is, and they know that you gonna act up out of their eyesight. But that doesn't go on today. It's not as many tutoring programs as there used to be. There's not a lot of mentoring programs that there used to be. Like, everything just going to shit. And our children are coming up in this, and we just doing the best we can to, make sure they stay on the right track. Now, me personally, I am a man that I get mad. I'm not going to even say mad. I get upset and disappointed at myself at times. And a lot of my other brothers be like, hey, man, Nise, you shouldn't do that to yourself. You can't beat yourself up about things. But I'll be like, at the same time, I can feel bad for time that was wasted. You can't tell me that. Like, we waste a lot of time out here not furthering ourselves to further our children. And I feel like that's a very big problem. And I was a victim of that. But at the end of the day, I teach my children the best way I can. We don't really understand their curriculum that they come home with homework and things of that nature, but we try our best. The internet is your best friend when it comes to stuff like that. And they might call that cheating or taking a shortcut. What you think they kids be doing? They been had the internet before we had it in our household. You know what I'm saying? But I tell my kids to strive to be the best you can be. Don't strive to be your mother or me. Strive to be the best version of you. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to mothers with sons. Okay? Mothers with sons, it is very important that that young man has some type of male figure, a role model in his life. Or he may grow up to be a glitter boy or a major criminal. And by glitter boy, I mean gay. I didn't want to, I don't really just like saying that word and throwing it around like that, so I call those people glitter boys or whatnot. But anyway, it could be a coach, it could be a barber, it could be an uncle, family friend, if they father not around. It could be anybody, but long as it's a positive male role model. Don't send your kids off with the guy, that ain't right and can't teach them nothing but foolery. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of single fathers out here this day and time that do a very good job. And some people don't expect that. I see posts all the time on social media where they say, give the kids to the daddy and watch he fold and this and things of that nature. And I truly don't believe that. Single parent households produce very good products because we strict and we don't play with our children. We're not trying to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? I am the authority figure, and you gonna dance to my music and do what I tell you to do. I'm firm, but I'm fair. I don't beat my children. I don't tear them down with my words or speak to them vulgarly. I don't do that. But I do let them know that I'm disappointed in the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? Beatings helped us in our generation. I can't say that they didn't. When I used to get beat, it made me not ever want to do nothing wrong. Now we got slicker and more creative with how we did things, but man, mamas and daddies back then, when they gave you a beating, it was for real. You know what I'm saying? But today, all we do is talk to these children. They don't respect that and they ain't trying to hear that, so they walk all over you. And it ain't really about a beating, but you gotta let them know you ain't playing some type of way. You get what I'm saying? Like, these children could straight detach themselves from you when they turn a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids could pick up a phone and call and saying, you beating them, but ain't gonna tell about the junk that they doing and how they messing up in school. Not respecting their elders. It ain't never been a rule book or a playbook on being a parent, but looking back